Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be painting this loose bouquet featuring a garden rose and some foxglove, which has been highly requested and I was super excited to get to paint these. Before we get started, I want to mention that I will have all of the products and paint colors I'm using listed down in the description box below, as well as the link to my new Amazon store with all of my favorite supplies. So be sure to check those out if you're interested. I also want to preface this by saying I didn't know how this was going to turn out when I started painting. I just had a general idea of where I wanted the rose and foxglove to be, but then the rest kind of just happened organically. To start the garden rose, I'm painting these short, slightly curved lines that kind of sit into each other. And I'm trying not to make them uniform at all, just getting the general feel of what the inside of this ruffled bloom might look like. This is going to be my center, and all of my petals are going to go around this. Next, I'm adding in my foxglove. I'm creating this basic shape by painting these imperfect circles and then leaving the centers open, and then I'm painting this cone-like shape on the top of the circles and then pulling it toward where the stem is going to go. There's a lot of guesswork here and it's not perfect, but I'm going to try and fix the imperfections later when I add in the stems and the greenery. Right now I'm just focusing on getting the basic feel of a foxglove. I was trying to figure out what else I was going to add to help round out this composition. I have these two really strong focal points right now, and I needed something to tie it all together but not take away from the focus. So I ended up doing some small 5-petaled flowers, and I kept them close to this rose. Next, I'm adding in this darker red to the center of my rose to help it pop. I'm not really worried about going over every single line I created before, I just want the middle to be darker than the outer petals, but I want to keep that same roughly petaled look. Now I'm going in and adding in my stems and my greenery to the foxglove. I mixed together some blues and greens, but I didn't mix them together 100% so that I would have these little organic touches of blue. That's one thing I love about watercolor. I love the little surprises you can get when you don't mix your colors fully. The top of the foxglove is going to extend past this top little bud, and then I'm adding in some green buds and some little leaves that curve outward from where the top of each individual flower meets the stem. Now I'm going around and adding leaves to where there are some gaps to try and round out the painting. As I'm going around, I'm varying the greens by mixing a little bit of yellow or blue to my color I'm working with, just to keep it interesting. It still feels unified because it's all green and within just a few shades of each other, but the variety of green helps to give the piece dimension and character. I feel like it needed a little bit of a pop since all the flowers were basically the same color up to this point. So now I've gone in and added these deep red flowers to where I needed to fill in some spaces. I let the flowers overlap if I needed to. Because the paint was darker, it didn't matter too much that I went right over the top of another flower. Now I'm adding in these bright green leaves and then some Payne's gray berries to add to the depth. To finish this off, I'm adding the little dots to my foxglove to give them some life. I'm using my size 0 round brush and Opera Rose. I'm adding little rows of dots to the centers and then just along the top of each individual flower. I probably could have kept adding details, but I really didn't want to overwork this since it's already got so much going on, so I decided that it was finished. If you liked this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. I post new watercolor flower tutorials every week. If you found this video helpful at all, I would be so thankful if you shared this video with a friend. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this video and post it on Facebook or Instagram and use the hashtag Snowberry Tutorial. Thanks again so much for watching. Bye!